be great. I love it.
That'd be fine.
You know,
It'd be fine.
The one thing I've been scared about doing a podcast is that I'm going to need a shit halfway through. So
why would that scare you?
Well, because I'm going to have to leave. Leave and
You won't.
take a shit.
Nah, we got the fucking... What do you think I got the fucking bucket out for? Son of a bitch.
Shit in the bucket, bitch.
Yeah. This is a third world country.
Then eat that shit, bitch.
Hey, do you know what I don't mind sometimes?
What don't you mind sometimes?
Video games.
No way.
We should talk about some video games.
No, we don't come here for that.
Alright.
We come here because we're thick and creamy.
There's a plug. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about
Are we actually...
thick and creamy gossip. I need to sort this chair out. Hang on, 2 seconds. Cut that. Cut. That's a cut. That's a cut.
Why didn't you just keep this shit in?
I'm keeping it all in. I'm keeping it all in.
I'm keeping
it all in.
Cut.
So we're actually recording.
Oh yeah.
We're recording right now.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck you, Joe Rogan. We come for you, bitch.
How dare you? Joe Rogan's a
I'm
saint.
joking. Everyone loves Joe Rogan. What are we starting off with first then? Like what?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Let's just fucking shoot the shit about some video games
That's literally what
that
we're
have
here for.
come out
That is literally what we're here for.
recently.
Shooting the shit. That is literally all we're here for. Just thick and creamy gossip. Just everywhere. All over us. Just thick and creamy gossip. All from the gaming industry.
Okay.
Wait.
Just thick and creamy.
Okay, shut up. What video games you been playing this week? Beach.
I am a creature of habit. So every week it's League of Legends. Every week. That's going to be my answer.
Every day, dude.
Every day. Right? You say that. I haven't played in about 3 days.
Wow.
Purely because of work, but I play it pretty much every day. I do play games. I'll play League of Legends. But also, I've been on my Red Dead Redemption 2 grind.
Sick.
I still haven't finished it. But
are you like going to 100% it? Is that
yeah,
what you want?
I'm gonna 100% it. Like every time like a stranger pops up or a side mission pops up, I go do that shit.
You shouldn't talk to strangers.
I shouldn't.
With Red Dead Redemption, like, am I the only person like, and I like Red Dead Redemption 2 with like being the awesome game it is? Am I the only person that felt bored for the first couple of hours? And that might be a big thing to say, but
maybe.
like, I was sort of like, where is this going? Like, I'm sort of like, the
but
graphics are beautiful and...
It's a Rockstar game, though. You're in for the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not... Because of the type of game it is, big open world and stuff like that, it can take its time to build up. So,
yeah.
I can understand that, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah, but when you play that video game, are you having fun?
Yes.
You are.
That's the truth. That's the truth, though, because like so many games I play these days, and I'm like, am I playing this game because it's a big game and I should be playing it, or am I playing it because I'm actually having fun?
Oh yeah, but yeah, like that just goes between like trust between the the developer and the publisher, because we'll get onto this later with EA and all that.
No,
but
there's Big Reggie from Nintendo.
Yeah,
Big Reggie, like.
Big Reggie dog. Yeah.
I think he has a quote, and I'm like paraphrasing it, so
ready.
it might not be. Yeah, that's the quote. He says his body is ready.
His body is ready.
No. He says if they're designing the game and they're playing it and it's not fun, then they'll fucking just scrap it.
Good.
And start again. But there's another company, I can't remember, who have put out recently saying like they don't even fucking think of fun anymore when they make a video game.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, money orientated half the shit is now, isn't it?
There was a video actually Jamie sent me about the difference between Bungie working on Halo and then 343 working on Halo.
That was so sad.
Yeah, it's night and day. Like the guys working on the original trilogy were just the way they were speaking about it and the things they were saying about it. It was just like a pure passion project. And then like the 343 guys just like, yeah, I guess this is sort of fun. I mean, we can be cool, and this and that, and it's just like, I can see where the problem started to turn up. Like
the thing is, like you can imagine like the meeting rooms. Bungie, they're like, okay, this is how we're gonna design the level. We're gonna do this, that. Scrap this. We don't care how long it's gonna take. 343, we're like, right, shit. what DLC maps are we gonna make?
Yeah.
Like what are we gonna do that's gonna make this game a fucking billion-dollar
They're
franchise
coming
or
towards
whatever?
the end
It's
of
like,
development. And they're like, right, what can we take out of you?
yeah, literally.
What can we
Like,
put as DLC? But no, like
it's
back
just
on
so-
the Red Dead Redemption 2, like the one thing I'm fucking really enjoying about that game.
Horse bollocks.
Well, yes, they are quite fascinating the way they go.
Do they actually do it?
Oh yeah.
Fuck, man.
Not that I've checked. But
or masturbated too.
there's like you just like I accidentally punched my horse in the face once. I was fucking so upset with myself.
What a fucking
You can
monster.
accidentally punch yourself, like, well, not accidentally.
Yourself?
No, you confuse me. You can accidentally punch your horse in the face. And I was so upset when I did it because I've like fully bonded with my horse.
Right.
And then I meant to press, I can't remember, I think I meant to press square or something like that. And then I just fucking pressed circle, just fucking hooked my horse at the face and he really ran off. But
You know that horse will never fully trust you again.
he will.
No,
My baby.
no.
My horse died, but to be fair, I did steal the horse, and then I went over a slight bump, and the horse decided to take like a massive jump, landed, and then it collapsed. I was like, okay, is this horse gonna get? Oh no, he's dead. He's literally dead.
But no,
And I know-
seriously, like when you're just free roaming in that game, I don't know why I'm doing this all the time. When you're just free roaming in that game, and then you're just fucking riding along, and this sometimes like the scenarios change, but
Yeah.
like when people try and rob you, so like one person was on the floor and she's like, my leg, so I'm like trying to be a good cowboy, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be the good cowboy and get the honor.
I'm a
up and
good
that.
boy.
And I get off my horse, get off my horse, and I go check on her, and then she just pulls a fucking gun on me, and then
Wow.
like 4 and 5 other people come from behind the trees, and then I'm like standing with my hands up, and then they just like give me all this shit, and then I'm just standing there, and then one gets close enough, and then I just pull my fucking double barrel shotgun out. Bah, 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 bah.
This is because you punched the horse.
You
Not
can't
because
beat
they want to
Ran-
rob you.
I know, can you?
His
Like random-
penance.
They're a horse vigilante.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about Jamie? What have you been playing, buddy?
Well, as you know, as no one knows actually, but you know, especially Siege, like is sort of this
Oh,
game
yeah.
that we didn't get into recently, because like I don't know, in a way, I think the past year, I think we've like, especially all of us, we've been on like the competitive scene a bit more, and we like way before we sort of play these sort of fun games and like games like Rocket League, we could like almost take seriously but not, and just like check on. We went from CS:GO, and now like Siege is like this new game, which Siege is good. Like it only costs £7.
Talking about Rainbow Six Siege, by the way.
Rainbow
just in
Six
case
Siege,
that
yeah.
was unclear. Rainbow Six. It's pretty good.
Oh, Siege.
Yeah.
Yeah, Siege.
Oh,
Yeah.
Siege, yeah.
Yeah, but it's different. It's like, I find it less triggering than CS:GO.
Yeah, I get that. Like,
But I don't
What do you
know.
mean?
Like,
have you played CS:GO?
Less triggering. What does this mean?
Like, you know, emotionally triggering. You know, where you just get like.
I've
I mean?
never felt an emotion.
You've never.
I've never
You're
felt an
just an
emotion.
emotional
Ew.
husk of a ginger man.
I am.
feel-
But
Yeah.
no, like I get the thing with the developers for Rainbow Six. It had a really, really rocky launch. Like really rocky launch.
yeah, it did.
It faced a bit of backlash when it came out.
Or doesn't.
Well, no, it was that because it's Ubisoft, isn't it? Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
With the E3 demo, like I remember watching it, I was like, "This looks insane."
Timeline wise, it was sort of at like the middle / ending of the whole Ubisoft timeline, where they sort of like, we're gonna show this game like super polished at E3. Then the game come out, and it was just basically like, is this the same game?
Yeah, oh yeah, the difference in like graphical comparison and everything is
Yeah.
crazy. Like even on computer, full graphics doesn't even look similar.
Yeah.
At all.
Right.
But they stuck with it, didn't they? And they've
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a
they-
good example of a game that they didn't, throw away, and they stuck with it, built a good community, and like, yeah.
absolutely, like honestly, it has like I don't play it, but I got it on Xbox and I played it a couple of months ago, and honestly, it's fucking way better than when it first started. When it first started, I played it for about a month, and then I quit almost immediately. But they stuck
all
with it,
did.
and it's pretty good. Like
It's one of those. And besides that, Rocket League, which is standard. I did dabble into a bit of like old school RuneScape. 21 knows what that is.
A bit of the dabbling.
A bit of the
Okay.
dabbling.
Okay. What's your fishing level?
The problem is with MMOs, they just just take up so much of your time that you can never fully like dedicate yourself.
Yeah, but
unless you want-
RuneScape is like the worst one.
How dare you?
Like,
You fight on camera right now. mate.
listen. I mean, like, me and Beach got into old school RuneScape again, like
On the phones.
1 or 2 months ago.
on the
when,
phone.
like,
Yeah.
was
We still have
available to
Wi-Fi
play.
at work.
We even bought like a membership for a month to
Yeah,
play that
yeah.
game on the phones, and like you don't realize there's nothing in it.
No, it was fun.
It's just grinding.
It was fun for about
Oh, it
two,
is
three,
grind.
2 or 3 days. I played it solid for about 2 weeks, and then you cancelled your membership, and then you just went. I was like, "Oh, why'd you do that for?" And he was like, and I went, "Oh, because it's still just RuneScape."
Yeah.
And I was just
Yeah.
like, "Nah, he's being silly." And then I'm playing
Yeah.
it for another day, and I'm just like, "Wait, all I've been
it's
doing
just-
for the past 3 weeks is cutting logs."
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm bored.
Logs, Grand
That's what-
Exchange,
yeah.
back
It's
to logs.
Literally, the problem with RuneScape is like most of the fun stuff is literally like end game stuff, but to get to that level or like that place is just like so much grinding.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then when you get to that place and you're like, okay, I could do all this fun stuff. I mean, then that's only fun for like an hour or so, and you're like, oh shit, I've done all this stuff.
That's the thing, though. If you don't mind the grind,
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't mind the grind, if you're playing RuneScape and you're going, yeah, this is great. I fucking love clicking on this tree and then clicking on this man. This is the great. I love people who do like this wavy text, drop an expensive item and pick it up and laugh
oh,
at me.
I forgot you could do that. The wavy text.
Yeah, the wavy text banging.
Flash to
Do
wave.
like the flashy shit.
How can I forget about the wavy text?
But yeah, if you have fun like walking back and forward to these two places, I would have just as much fun moving my fucking windows about on my computer.
Alright, okay,
It's so
fair
true
enough.
though.
No,
Fair
it's
enough.
not fair
No,
enough. You don't
fair enough.
understand.
Fair enough. What about you then? What have you been playing this week?
Nothing. No.
Oh, Grandmaster! Like,
Next section.
I have been playing.
He's been playing life.
Recently, I've been playing.
it's gonna get all sexy on. It's gonna get all thick and creamy on us.
No, I will not. This is for the Thick and Creamy Late podcast.
Tune in.
I have got on Steam, Right Meow. Have you played the Yakuza series?
No, but I have been watching people play it on, our friendly Twitch and YouTube channels, and it does look pretty fun. I will give it that.
Yes.
I haven't played much more than that, so I can't really add anything to that.
I have a screenshot from
Okay.
the Yakuza series that
Okay.
I will hopefully not... Bear with me, one sec.
Oh my god!
I wanna describe-
It's porn!
Describe...
Oh my god.
So,
Porn.
I'm just going to put this here for a sec.
Make it smaller so it's the same size as Jamie's thing. And
So just for a sec, I'm going to replace Jamie's face with a screenshot from my Yakuza game.
then... Beautiful. What is he doing?
Well, I will describe it for our blind viewers.
Oh,
There's an old-ish, middle-aged Asian man
Yeah.
in a diaper. He has a dummy and he's waving, and there is a nurse next to him with a rattle.
That is interesting.
The Yakuza games are fun.
Right, yeah, it did seem that way.
Like I play it and I'm like, this is fun.
It does look like something I could pick up.
It's great, and like I think I got it off. King Gwyn. You
Yeah,
get like,
yeah.
and it was like £5-6 something like that.
That's bargain.
Yeah. So you're
Is
playing
this
that,
what, like-
and that's crazy. Like I helped a prostitute,
Ooh.
and then I played the game.
And then you had fun.
Yeah, amazing. It's like it's random to a point. Like I don't know what's coming next, so I want to keep playing. But it's not so random that you're like, this is fucking ridiculous. Because it's silly, but it takes itself seriously.
Yes,
It never makes
yes.
a joke of itself,
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
And because of that, it's really endearing.
yeah.
Also, I have been playing Pokemon Go.
Do you still play that?
Yeah.
Wow, that was actual revulsion that came out of my face. What the fuck?
I play it when I walk around outside
It's-
sometimes.
It's been well, Pokemon Go is another great example of a game that like is all right now, but like when it first came out, it was sort of like, oh yeah, you collect these Pokemon, but there's like, nothing else to do.
Yeah, but that shit is dangerous, right? Because I remember I went to see my mate down in Weymouth, right? And I was playing it, but I wasn't paying attention to the real world so much. I was looking at the phone, even though obviously it's your camera. I was looking at the phone, so I didn't see there was a little ditch in the alleyway I was walking down.
This is your fault.
So my
No way.
left foot sort of went into the ditch. My fucking ankle went over, and I was about this close from headbutting a wall and knocking myself out.
That is your fault. That is not the fault of Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go's fault.
The Pokemon Go team
Maybe that-
denies any
No,
responsibility
it's your fault.
to being done. So, yeah, Yakuza is my thing right now. And I know they've released a few of them on Steam, so I'm going to probably go
They're
for
all on
them.
Steam now, aren't they?
I don't think all of them are. A
But
few of them. Well,
oh, back to Pokemon Go.
okay.
When that
Yeah.
first came out, who was it? Nintendo's shares that went up because everyone thought Pokemon
Yeah.
Go was Nintendo's, but it
Yeah.
was someone else completely.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Nintendo, wasn't it?
Yeah, Nintendo shares like shot up. It's
That's
like Niantic.
Yes,
Niantic,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
That's the one. I remember reading about that. That gave me a giggle. That did give me a giggle.
But like, I used to play Pokemon Go so much that they have like a way of counting your steps in the game now as well,
Yeah.
and they give you rewards per week if you hit certain goals.
Ah, see, now that's good.
So I was walking about 50 kilometers a week.
Shut up.
Genuine.
Damn.
Fucking hell, that's
Yeah.
That's like
That's like almost
20 odd miles, isn't it?
yeah, something like that.
That's like
In a week.
that's like half a mile.
Crazy. Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's good. No,
But they got to a point I was like, no, I'm getting too many health benefits. I want to stop and slow down.
You know what game is about.
Yeah, I'm getting too well, too fit,
too fit.
too strong.
Too fit.
So yeah, that's
Anyway,
my gaming week.
we were meant to start this podcast at the beginning of the month, but certain issues we won't go into arose, so we had to postpone it.
Yes.
So,
Postpone.
postpone. In terms of anniversaries, gaming anniversaries, pretty big ones that have come up.
Okay.
We've got we'll go for the small ones. There's 3 smaller ones, I suppose.
Let's go for the little fish.
The little fish
Go for the
first,
little
right?
fish.
So 5th anniversaries, a Steam game called Nidhogg. I've never played it. You have.
You've never played Nidhogg?
Never played it.
Nidhogg.
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 It's like a fencing
Nah.
game.
Yeah, it's like old 8-bit graphic.
I did look at it on Steam, but it looks pretty fun.
It's really good fun. But
Is it sort of like
playing it on your own is
indie
depressing.
game?
Oh yeah.
Like
man.
playing any party game on your own is depressing.
Is it? Does it have like online multiplayer now or something?
It does, but as someone who doesn't like to play with other people, so
Oh.
what I'm ultimately trying to say is I bought the game, and it's depressing
Oh.
for me to play on my own.
Okay. No, that's good.
I'll show you it sometime and like we play it.
Well, that
it's
is
banging. It's really
turned,
good.
That turned 5 in
Oh, really?
January.
It had a sequel as well.
Yeah, I did see. I didn't look at that though because it's not the anniversary.
It's
So
called
I don't-
Nidhogg 2.
No way.
Nidhogg.
Never guess. Other one, another
Creative.
Steam game. I don't know if this is out on other consoles. The Banner Saga.
Banner
The
Saga.
banana
I believe
Saga.
it's on the Nintendo Switch.
It's on the Nintendo Switch.
Let's have a little. Oh,
Have a
what
quick
am I doing?
look. You're covering Jamie.
I am.
Jamie's
Oh, my bad.
stupid face.
Oh no, goodbye.
Banana.
Goodbye.
He's looking at banana.
I can't spell.
Saga.
And Banner Saga.
Banner
Saga.
Oh,
Okay.
it came out on everything.
Oh, it came out on everything. It came out
PS4,
on
Xbox
everything.
One.
Wait, I've seen this before.
Interesting. I
came out-
saw it advertised, just never bought it.
It came out on the fucking Vita. The
Oh, no,
PlayStation
that
Vita
must
had
be
it.
old.
It turned 5. It turned 5 in this January.
14th. 14th.
14th, here we are. And it's got a
Didn't it-
7 out of 10 on Steam. I mean,
I've heard
that's
good things
okay.
about it.
Yeah.
But no,
Didn't
7
they
out of
find-
10 is good.
On Steam, I think 7 out of 10 is pretty good.
But you have to think as well, like, when people look at ratings out of 10 for video games, unless people give them an 8 or a 9, people are like, oh, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause, like, I
well,
see a
I just
slap-
proved that.
Yeah.
I just proved that.
Yeah.
I feel bad. now.
Yeah,
Thanks for making me feel bad.
good.
You're
On
an
his
asshole.
fucking birthday as
Fuck
well.
You, man. Fuck you. All right, we're straight on.
Okay.
Skate 2. Skate 2 turned 10.
Way.
Turned 10 this January.
Skate
Oh,
2.
dude, that
Holy
makes
shit.
you old.
The game is a
Man.
meme, and I love it. It was
I remember
such...
going to
What?
Tesco together.
Tesco?
For my birthday, actually. Yeah, to get Skate 2.
Oh,
That
shit,
makes me
yeah.
feel so old. That makes me feel so old.
Like, it was... Like let's be honest. I think the game was a bit of a mess. Like
The skate games are a mess.
but
Yeah.
this still really good. Like this, I guess a meme you call it nowadays.
Yeah.
And I just loved it for that. Like the same as Skate 3, I played the shit out of that because it was just so fucking stupid.
So
and I loved
glitchy.
it. I loved it. Like the glitches on games like that, glitches make it for me.
Yeah.
Like
As long as the glitches aren't absolutely fucking game breaking.
yeah. That's fair.
Didn't they have that game mode on it where like you had to break as many bones as
Yeah,
possible?
that was Skate,
yeah. There's modes and that shit like that.
I loved games like that because you'd spend so much time not actually doing what the main purpose of the game was, like follow the story or whatever. You just piss around and you're like, oh my god, I spent like 3 hours in the same place just pissing around.
That's
Just
good
like
though, because
that's- yeah.
games where like they give you the open world, but you don't find much reason to deviate from like the storyline. I think they're a bit shallow and a bit shit.
Yeah.
But like games like that, where Skate done pretty well.
I don't know. I think there's something to be said for a game being linear when it becomes to storytelling.
Yeah, but like, no, if you got an open world, like you want to be able to deviate. You know what
I mean, yeah, if they give you the open
linear,
world,
don't get me
then
wrong, I got no problem with linear games.
I personally think there's too many sandbox games.
Now, yeah, but
Yeah.
it depends who's doing it. It totally depends who's doing it. Because some companies don't do so well with it, some people do. Like Rockstar, you give me a big fucking open world.
Yeah,
sandbox.
Rockstar is like
You know what I
the
mean?
fucking sandbox daddy.
Exactly, the sandbox.
The
daddy.
sandbox daddy.
Right, we're fucking copyrighting that shit right now. The sandbox daddy. Like.
Sandbox daddy.
It's because they're in like production and like they're making the games for like years upon years,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
we're most companies they just like especially like your Assassin's Creed. Well, they did take that year break, but then they just plow the same shit out every year,
Yeah.
and then you're playing the games. You're like, wait, this game feels exactly the same as last year's because the models are the same, the engine's the same. It's just literally just like
Well, there
it's
was. Well, you bring up a good point there because there was the first problem when they came out and said, yeah, we have a development cycle for Assassin's Creed for every 3 years, and I was just like, why? Why don't you just fucking take your time with it and then release it when it's good?
exactly, yeah.
You know,
And then-
I agree, like, Assassin's Creed comes out too much.
Oh, yes.
But then you have the fucking FIFA game.
Fuck yeah, right.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
we'll get
yeah.
on, right. No, we'll get onto that later, right? Because I've got plenty to fucking say about that shit, right?
One of the F's in FIFA stands for football. But I am unsure which one.
Football is fucking ass, is what it means, right? Football is fucking ass. Anyway, next one. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green turns 15.
Did
nah.
you ever play Pokemon Fire Red
I
or
didn't.
Leaf Green?
I played Pokemon Blue before that.
yeah, my
Pokemon
last
Blue.
games were gold and silver.
Yeah, you played Wow, those come out not so long ago, didn't they?
Gold and Silver?
Yeah.
Gold and silver
Oh,
was after.
no. Sorry, I'm thinking of like Platinum or some shit now.
Yeah,
Platinum was
Gold-
ages ago as well.
Was it?
gold and silver were after the blue, yellow, and red, and then you had crystal. Then I think somewhere in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah, Silver. Crystal was after Gold and Silver. Platinum came out in 2008. It's like 11 years
That's what I'm
old.
thinking of.
Damn,
That's
it's still old though.
That's still old,
old,
yeah.
yeah.
Fucking DS is old.
DS is an old fucking console, yeah.
Right now, January, we got two heavy hitters having their 20th anniversary. Big ones.
Big 2-0.
Got the original Super Smash Bros. That
Yeah,
came out
And-
on the 21st of January, 1999.
that's
20 years
crazy.
ago. That's fucking incredible. I never really played it though.
Really?
But I tell you what though, the new ones, I'm all over that shit.
Have you played Ultimate?
I'm gonna switch. I've got the one before that and the one before
you
that
got
though.
Brawl and Melee?
Melee, yeah. Brawl and Melee, they're my...
Yeah, Melee was good.
love
Brawl was alright, and then the Wii U one was just like a massive disappointment for me.
Yeah, I didn't play that one.
I think, like,
I don't think.
I always have a soft spot for Melee because
Oh
it's,
yeah.
it's just because I was at the right age then
Yes.
as well to be like, this is wonderful. And because I didn't have access to the internet as such in my house, every time I unlocked a new character, it was like a complete surprise to me.
Yeah.
So it was actually
Yeah.
got me interested. And like even when I unlocked everyone, I kept playing it because I didn't know there was nothing more I could
Yeah,
collect. So
yeah.
it just kept me interested in the game.
And there was like
Yeah.
certain challenges you'd have to do like a... There was those courses where you'd have to run through it, and then you'd have to finish that course on a specific time to be able to fight Luigi and
Yeah.
unlock him and
Yeah,
stuff like
that was
that.
crazy.
Like that was awesome.
That was crazy.
Like,
Yeah, it was so
we used to
cryptic.
go over. We used to go over my friend's house. He had he was the only one at the time who had Super Smash Bros. Melee. And whenever we do like a sleepover or whatever it is house, we would do it would be me and him on against 2 super hard computers on 99 lives.
Yeah.
And then we'd try and finish it at the end of the night. Well, obviously, we never did. We'd always fall asleep before we finish it because it went on for hours and hours. But, like, those games are
was
just
fun.
a treasure.
Yeah.
Like, I love the Super Smash Bros. Games.
So I was telling you, it was nice. You put in the GameCube and stuff as well. There was no connection to the internet.
Yeah.
There was no fucking around. It was just, if you wanted to do multiplayer, you had to be in the same room as them.
Yeah.
And for a game
Yeah.
like Smash Bros, it's a party game.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, and also everyone who takes it competitively, fuck you, you're wrong.
Oh, no, you say
Grow
that.
up.
I do.
Oh no, hey, the competitive scene on Smash is crazy though. Like
It
some of
is.
them they
I
get
do
like so
enjoy watching
salty.
it, but if I was playing with you guys and you just started like throwing in like pro strats, I'd probably be reaching across the room to punch you in the face. Like
Like all these people who are like, oh, items off, only for, like flat stages.
it's like, no, fuck off.
Play
Oh,
Smash.
that's the thing though. It takes away the fun of the
Exactly.
game.
Yeah, you want it to just be fucking mayhem.
Yeah.
Also, just a little interesting thing. So the original Smash Bros had 12 characters
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
in it. So how much does Ultimate have? Didn't they have like 70?
All of them.
I
Everyone's
think
here.
I think it's like 50 in there. Smash Bros.
Fucking
Let
hell.
me do a little bit of
That is crazy.
some nuts.
Well, anyway, while they go on about that, while they do their research real quick. Well, actually, we found
Right now, the Piranha Plant, who is the 70th character,
the Piranha
It's
Plant is a
crazy.
character.
70, yeah.
Who the fuck is
Yeah.
Incineroar?
He's a Pokemon, you fucking stupid piece of shit.
I haven't watched Pokemon since I was like early teens.
Fuck, that's Incineroar.
Wow, he looks so cool. He looks like
Yeah.
Sonic in a way.
Yeah,
He
he's
looks
my-
like Sonic, Knuckles, and Shadow fucked in like this gory threesome. And this is what came out like.
Oh, I'm sure there's a fanfic of that
Oh,
somewhere
yeah,
online.
no,
Oh,
don't
they will
search
they
that,
will
please.
be. Yeah, they will
Yeah,
be.
do not rule 34.
was
that,
written by
please. Is it?
I don't even think Piranha Plant's out yet. It's out February, isn't it?
Soon,
But
yeah.
still, that means there's going to be 70 characters in that game.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be more as well. On like I reckon they'll go into the
there's-
100 easily.
Shut
In
up.
this, they've confirmed for the Fighters Pass, which is 5 new characters, so it'll be 74 total. Yeah.
It's
That is
crazy.
nuts. The proceeds is going to fucking... Surely that's going to pop off because the amount of characters you can pick there. Surely.
They are tier lists already for Smash.
Really?
Yeah. They are
and
tier lists.
There are some
My favourite character...
people who are definite at the tops, and that's all people seem to choose online and
Yeah,
stuff.
well, yeah, that's the thing with League of Legends Pro Scene as well. Like, with each patch, like certain characters get stronger, and then throughout that entire split, it's basically teams just swapping and changing those characters,
Yeah.
and it does get boring. So actually, I kind of take that back a little bit.
So-
But my favorite character
Yeah.
was Mario, and apparently he is shit tier, like all the
Really?
time. He's
Yeah.
my boy,
Yeah, but
it's Mario.
if you like playing him, play him.
I do.
Fuck you.
And I do that thing where I always jump and then push left and then he sort of does this
The big
spinning punch.
Yeah.
And
know the
I
one.
always felt so cool doing that.
What else is 20 years old today?
The other big one, I never played it. You did, I believe. The original Silent Hill, 20 years old.
Damn.
Tomorrow, 31st of January, 1999.
I'm going to say Silent Hill is a bigger deal than Smash Bros.
Well,
I don't think.
You just killed so many people.
see, I nearly
Fuck 'em.
choked.
Fuck 'em.
I nearly choked.
Here's why. No other game since has captured the atmospheric atmosphere of the original Silent Hill. It's the only game that's ever done horror pretty much perfectly. All the monsters in the game were actually designed around aspects of your character's life.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, it was all really well made. And the problem I had with like future Silent Hills is that they'd be like, oh, here's Pyramid Head again, and they just have like a recurring cast,
Yeah.
and like there's no thought that goes into it. But the original Silent Hill is a blockbuster of a video game.
Never played it. I feel bad.
Terrifying.
Well,
Was it on the PS1?
PlayStation 1, yeah. I think you can get it running on the PC as well.
oh yeah,
but
you can get
Yeah,
it
yeah.
for that shit easily.
It came out on the, I want to say PlayStation 3. They did a bundle, but they fucked it up.
Did they?
Yeah, they like tried to tidy it up a bit too much.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things about the development of that game as well is obviously the town is covered in like the grey fog everywhere.
Yeah,
Have you seen the screenshots?
Yeah, I
and
have
such?
seen.
Yeah, I remember the fog.
So that was done because of the PlayStation 1's limitations of what it could show.
Yeah.
But because of that, and having that limited vision, again, it like built up the game more.
Yeah.
So when they re-released it on the PlayStation, I swear it was the PlayStation 3, they pushed out the fog more. They like,
Yeah.
I just ruined it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I go to the immersion then, like the whole like.
You can't really
the
see what's
feeling
coming
of
ahead
the
of you
game.
then, will you?
yeah.
I
So
get that. I get that.
I love, like I said, Smash Bros is great, and like I have super fond memories. But I don't think if we look at what they did for the gaming world and like games from there, I think Silent Hill was a bigger deal.
Oh yeah, like I've seen a lot of personality gamers. Let's just say when they talk about like their favorite games or genres, like Silent Hill is usually always up there.
Yeah,
Never played it though.
terrifying. It's Silent Hill 4, The Room. I think I bought that when I was about 12,
Yeah.
and it was the first game I was playing. I was like, I can't because I am too scared. I fucking spooked
So
me silly.
I know that feeling, but you were 12. So I was playing Outlast 2 when I was 23, 24, still haven't finished it. Too scared, can't do it.
I'm quite good.
Scared.
Can't do it, too scared. But yeah, what is coming out this month?
What's coming out this month?
Or has come out? It probably has come out because it's
We-
the 30th right now.
Have Ace Combat 7.
Right,
Have you played the
Um,
Ace Combat games?
I've played the old ones. I haven't played them for a while, but it was a funny thing I was reading up about earlier today. IGN reviews and stuff like this. They play.
Good old IGN.
Yeah, well, yeah. IGN reviews are kind of like a meme at the moment.
Yeah.
But they reviewed it playing it on like easy, and like the controls were like easy and stuff like that, and even the developer clapped back and he was just like, look,
Yeah, you tweeted, didn't he?
yeah, you need to play it on like the proper difficulty. Like you need to play it on the proper controls, otherwise you're not gonna have a good time. Like the basic
Yeah, the
bitch
pro-
controls, I believe I heard someone call it.
But the Ace Combat games are like fast and arcadey and like
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It's brilliant games.
What games was there? Like this problem is like playing on the easy difficulty though, because you like I know in majority of games you're not getting like the full experience because you might not like get like certain monsters or certain things appear
Yeah,
in certain
and-
situations.
Yeah, exactly. And certain situations are just not challenging, and it just takes the fun away.
And that like if it's a long game, that can take like hours of the playtime as well.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you know,
like if you're gonna review a game, you need to play it on minimum like the
Normal.
default
Yeah, just
normal
normal, yeah.
difficulty.
yeah.
Because that's what
exactly.
it's designed for.
I mean, yeah, some of the fucking game reviewers are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
There was
Oh no, they're the worst.
you know Cuphead.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a video, I don't remember where this journalist was from, but she or he was going through the tutorial level, and they couldn't like jump over one of the pillars in the tutorial level, and it's like I implore people to go out and watch the video, like just search like Cuphead head tutorial journalist, fucking bollocks.
I'm pretty sure this was IGN as well.
I think it was
Pretty
IGN.
sure this is IGN.
But yeah, they couldn't do it, and it's just crazy watching people.
Yeah.
What else we got?
What else is coming out this week?
It's
Wargroove.
Wargroove.
Wargroove. You guys ever heard of Advance Wars on the Game Boy Advance and
Nope.
DS?
Yeah, I remember that. Advance Wars.
Yeah.
Never played
Basically,
handhelds.
Wargroove is that.
Well, that's it. That's where it goes.
Yeah, but with like swords and stuff.
Podcast.
Sword.
But okay. What else
That
we
looks
got?
great.
Resident Evil 2 came out. The remake.
Fuck, I want to play it.
That came
Have anyone
out
played
on
that? It looks really good.
It does.
really
I was
good.
watching a YouTube playthrough. I think it was yesterday. No commentary, and
Good.
it does look
Yeah.
good. Like it looks.
Isn't it a Resident Evil 7 engine? But like they've
Maybe the graphics are lovely. It came out on the
I'm pretty-
25th of January.
pretty sure Brad said it was like the Resident Evil 7 engine, but they've rather than like remake the game as like exactly how it was, it's sort of like a reimagining slash like, you know, they haven't used the same shit. Like we're like, you know, like these remastered games, they sort of keep the same stuff. They just make them look a bit nicer and all this.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
like-
Speaking of IGN, they've
Yeah.
done a Resident Evil 2 review. And
Much darkness.
they didn't do the B options. They
Yeah,
finished it.
They screwed up the time. Didn't
Yeah,
they?
and
Said,
they didn't play like the other half of the
yeah,
game,
Stupid.
and they didn't
What?
even realize they didn't play because Resident Evil 2 is like split into two halves,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
and they didn't like because when you finish the game, it comes up with another option like New Game 2.
Yeah, New Game Plus on the
Yeah.
main menu as
Yeah,
well.
it's on the main menu. It
Yeah.
even
Oh, they're
it tells
so-
you, and they didn't play it.
Oh.
It's a completely different like thing, like new story, new weapons, all that shit, and they didn't play through it.
It's just IGN for you, and they just hire a bunch of
I
idiots.
don't understand how they're still relevant at this point. Look,
I think that most people watch them because they know how stupid the reviews
Oh,
are.
yeah.
'Cause like,
at the moment, they're just a meme.
literally, yeah,
If
exactly.
if you're interested in reviews, obviously none of us do reviews, but just look for a YouTuber that
Yeah.
sort of falls in line with your like preference of games, and then just follow them.
Yeah.
What I love about IGN reviews, like when they do like the remastered or like say like games that come out that they've given like previously before like an 8 or 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh yeah, well this game has just gotten better. Like there's no negatives. It's literally so much like so many better things. And you think, why have you given like 2 scores less than you did?
Yeah, it's silly.
That makes sense. Like if it's got better than when it was first released and you give it an 8 out of 10, why are you giving it a 6 out of 10 now?
IGN, bro.
It just don't make sense.
Just IGN.
What was our review that became like the start of the whole IGN meme, which was like
Pokemon.
too much? Was it
Pokemon.
Pokemon? Was like too much water or something?
Pokemon, I think it was like Ruby and Sapphire or
Amazing.
Mega Ruby and
Yeah.
Alpha Sapphire.
Remember, developers don't put too much water in your game. It's
too much
Do
water.
not. We won't buy it.
Too much
Last
bloody water.
one that I've got here, big one. Kingdom Hearts 3 came out yesterday.
Ooh.
You know what? Fuck Kingdom Hearts. Here's why. Listen to this. Like, imagine someone coming up to me like, you're like a CEO of a fucking games company, and like one of your minions comes up to you, and they're like, "Oh, I got an idea for a fucking sick game, man." And you're like, "Oh yeah, what is it? What's up?" And he's like, "Oh, do you know Final Fantasy?" "Yeah." "Oh, do you know
Dude,
Disney and Mickey Mouse?" "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
"Oh, what if they fucked?" At that point, if you're not like, I think I should fire you. Get the fuck out,
Yo,
like.
you say that though, like a lot of people, a lot of my mates, like they adore Kingdom Hearts. I've never played it. Like
Nah.
when I
But I
had the
hate it
PlayStation,
anyway.
when I had the old PlayStations, like, whenever they came out, like and I saw it on the shelf, it didn't even interest me, like at all. So I never picked it up.
No.
Yeah,
But,
I
like,
think
People I talk
think-
to about it, they're just like, "Oh my god, it's like the greatest game ever."
Yeah, they say that.
And then I watch it, and I'm just like, I mean, this would have been fun when I was a kid, sure, but now
even as a kid though, what I rented it from Blockbusters as a kid because I saw the whole Disney characters thing, and I was like, oh, this could be like another Donald Duck or Mickey Mouse game or Bugs Bunny, which are fucking awesome by the way on PS1.
Yeah.
But it was sort of like rented it and I played it. I was like, oh my god, I can see like the Disney characters, and then it's sort of like the RPG element. I was like, this is boring. Like I
So-
don't want to be sat here fighting for ages,
I think
back and forth.
the general consensus of this podcast is fuck Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is just, look, I bet it's wonderful. I bet if I sat down and played
I
it,
bet
I'd
it's
be
a
like,
good-
oh, this is great.
Yeah. I bet it's a good game now for us to play,
Maybe.
but I think just
Here's just a bit about it as well. I brought up the main character, Sora, on an image search, and I'm just going to show the people
oh no.
something about him. Let me just
Just drag him
bear
over.
with me. So here he is.
Click on the podcast thingy a minute.
Here he is. Look at the size of his shoes. Ridiculous.
Wow, I never actually noticed that. And
like
does he have
fucking
really? Is his quads like
Yeah.
massive?
Just massive quads.
Like
cuffs.
what a boy! Like I'm jealous.
Well, maybe we've actually discovered the ending to the new Kingdom Hearts game. Maybe those things on his feet are actually tumors.
Maybe.
That's how the game ends.
Exposed.
You figured
Thank
it
you
out.
guys.
So-
We don't need to play
It's
it
been
now.
a be a good podcast.
It's almost like when they were making the game, they were trying to see how far they could push it. Like they almost knew they were speaking bullshit. Because not only are they like, oh, we'll like bring together these weird fucking things, like, oh, and yeah, his weapon, I don't know, a giant fucking key.
Why not?
I don't know, we call it a key blade.
I fucking love this game, don't you? You adore it. Look at the emotion it invokes in it.
Look,
I love how we know so much about it, but yet he hates it. Like.
oh man, it just.
What else we got coming out? Let's move off this. Bring it up.
All right, but yeah, if you enjoy Kingdom Hearts, that's fine.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
Grow up.
What else we got? Anthem.
Anthem. How much have you
Oh
seen
shit!
of Anthem?
We've gone deep.
I mean, I've seen. I keep slapping my leg. I'm sorry. I've seen bits and bobs. I've seen bits and bobs. Gameplay looks okay. I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty fun.
Does it?
But I haven't seen enough, and I'm always skeptical that like betas like this, where they're just like, oh yeah, play through this part and do this, and obviously they're gonna give you the most refined experience. You know, they're gonna give you the best of immediately, and everyone's just gonna be fucking jerking their small dicks over it. And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I can't wait for this game to come out, and then it comes out, and it's a shallow, empty world again, and they're just like, look, all the DLCs come in, and it's got all the content, you know.
It's gonna be DLC for days.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna have a fucking a season pass that's almost the same price as the fucking game.
It's just a numbers game.
Yeah.
Anthem is a numbers game.
Like,
and what I mean by that is like the same as Destiny. You like start off with a gun and you shoot it at enemies. It does small numbers damage.
Yeah.
You pick it up and just get, oh, this one does like 10 damage.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that.
It's just numbers.
But that yeah,
it's
but
just who's got the biggest numbers.
That's breaking it down to its like
It's grinding and looting, isn't it?
yeah, but it like that's breaking it down to its most core aspect.
Right.
But if it's got a decent story to it, something that's like slightly engaging.
What do you reckon it's going to be? They're on a planet. They're probably going to be finding something.
Yeah.
This is why I don't think like this. It looks like, from what I've seen so far, it looks like gun down, loot, fly to another area, gun down, loot, fly to another area. But like, it seems like different, like sort of like places and stuff. But, like, there's been so many games that have done that, and like, what a big selling point is like how this game differs to like things like Destiny is, oh, you can matchmake on every activity. I'm like, yeah, that's good, but then, you know, there's reasons why they make it so you can't matchmake on every activity, because you need to do stuff on solo, because otherwise if you matchmake with other people, it becomes too fucking easy.
Yeah.
It's really like,
But here's a question for you both. Could
Yo.
our apprehension for this game be purely because it's BioWare and EA?
Yes.
yeah, I won't say so much BioWare, but it's like,
I would definitely say BioWare. Like,
because BioWare used to be good. EA is sort of this fucking Emperor Palpatine, like best way to explain it, if you like Star Wars, like BioWare was sort of this like Darth Vader, which was good, but then it's become bad through some old man as a prick.
yeah, but like mostly like the reason I think like Andromeda, like BioWare was still in creative control of that shit.
No, were they really?
Yeah, like that's still a BioWare game.
Damn, well, fuck them.
And
then.
like, not obviously they. I think I read something. They brought in this animator who had like no experience.
Oh, I remember.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Have you seen the facial animations in that game?
Yeah, it was so bad.
And like, the story is just like forced, and it's just there's nothing clicks with that game. That's still BioWare.
Mass Effect stopped being good after 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mass Effect 1 is still
two.
the best.
Mass
Number
Effect was
two.
great.
Number 2, Suicide Mission was such a good way to end that game, and then number 3 was sort of like, oh my god, like we're gonna try to be like, it was sort of like the Resident Evil 6 of video games. So like we're gonna try to be too much like a movie. It takes a lot less control from the player, and you're like, oh nah.
That's when the EA monetization scheme started to sneak in as well. See.
Yeah.
The multiplayer was fucking garbage.
In Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect 3.
It
was awful.
Didn't they get you to try to buy packs for like
there's
weapons and ammo?
It was just like horde mode, basically, off Gears of War. But
See,
it
no,
was in Mass Effect.
the core of the multiplayer wasn't bad. Like I did have a bit of fun on it, but like it wasn't like nothing to bring me back.
Yeah,
Like I thought that would have been a good multiplayer game mode if it was on the first Mass Effect.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, their intentions were to basically cash grab at that point when they just.
Do you know what multiplayer game I do like?
More,
I like the Mortal Kombat series.
yes. Mortal
Mainly
Kombat.
because-
I fucking love Mortal Kombat.
Mainly because, like, when you finish a round and you win,
Yeah.
you get to just be like, fuck you to your friend.
Yes. You get the
Silly
option.
fatality.
Yeah.
And, like, it's weird, but one of my favorite things about the fatality is, like, the input as you're pressing it in.
Yeah.
Because your character will stand there, like, do, like, weird ducks to himself, punch. And
Yeah.
then the screen will be like, whatever.
That's the thing though. I was really bad at memorizing the fatalities.
Yeah.
So I'd just be standing there and I'm just going, and then I just go,
What do I
and then
do?
it just dies every time.
Because it's like that couple of seconds with like your opponent's just standing there like all
Yeah.
day, he's like, and you're like shit, one of buttons, and then you like button mash, and then like you do the wrong combination, then you sat here like, go,
Yeah.
and it's like,
I'm
oh
gonna-
shit, that was
I'm gonna
like the
put a
worst.
statement out there. Mortal Kombat invented the BM. BMing someone. BM is like in a game like bad manners. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, you mean like the
trolling them.
toxic,
I see what
You know what I mean?
I see what you
To-
mean.
BMing them.
the toxic sort of behavior, like
Yeah.
A fatality is the original teabagging.
Yeah.
the trash talk of
Yeah,
video
they
games.
invented that shit. Like that is, I reckon that's theirs.
So-
I can't remember a game before Mortal Kombat did something like that.
Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out
Yes, can't wait.
sometime.
Can't wait.
Have you seen the new fatalities, the trailers, the game?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
some
saw,
of them look
yeah,
crazy.
I saw one guy. You can physically punch someone's face off.
Yeah, it's like, well, it goes on the back of the head. doesn't it?
I would love that.
Can't
That
remember
was
the
I
character's name.
was just like, that's funny.
Yeah.
I love
The-
I love the ones where they just split them in half as well. It's just like
Yeah,
so
it's
grim.
So
good.
gory. It's so unnecessary, but I love it.
I think it's Sonya has a fatality where she like, it's just so unnecessary. The dude's fucking dead.
Yeah.
She throws the dude like 100 foot in the air.
Yeah. As you-
Into
Yeah.
a helicopter just below the blades. Then, using her gun arms, or guns on her arms, she lies down flat on the floor, shoots, and using that momentum, the bullets carry the guy up into the helicopter blades. And it's just like, yeah, man, I think you got him.
Yeah, I think he's
Jim-
dead now.
Like Baraka, the one with swords in his arms.
Yes.
Like, he cuts off half the face, takes the brain out with his swordy arms, and then just eats it.
As you do. As you do.
Well,
Do you know?
who comes
do
up
you know-
with these?
With Mortal Kombat, the developers actually pride themselves, like, after the release, on how many countries the game is actually gets banned in.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
'Cause we're talking about like some I'm pretty sure like in the past like places like Australia, Japan,
bans- yeah, Australia bans
Yeah.
a few
like
games.
they'll just outright ban the game, and like you just think fuck it out, like they I gotta play this game.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. I fucking love it.
So, Kratos was in Mortal Kombat once.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Freddy Krueger,
Freddy Krueger, Jason.
Jason.
Leatherface,
Yeah.
Jason, Predator.
Predator, yes.
I can't remember if Alien was.
Alien
Did
was,
you-
yeah. Alien was,
So-
So you know the new big fucking deal for this Mortal Kombat? You know, like the DLC for this, the massive one. So Ed Boon, the Mortal Kombat dude, has recently tweeted a picture of Shaggy
Yeah, Shaggy. Yes,
from Scooby fucking
actually,
Doo.
they're actually legit thinking about adding Shaggy to Mortal.
I mean, like,
honest,
you think about it, they're all under Warner Bros.
Yeah. yeah.
honest God, if they embrace the meme and they do that, I will literally give that game company so much money.
Yeah. I'll buy the game
'Cause-
and that pack. 100%.
Like,
I don't know
like
what
just
to do.
It's a silly meme. Like, it is a silly meme, but... Like I've seen that clip where the meme sort of came from in the bar,
Yeah.
where he just sort of clicks and beats everyone up. Like now I understand the meme and I find it a lot more funny, but like that would be fucking awesome.
Do you imagine?
Can you imagine like Shaggy beating up like Shao Kahn or something?
It's just
No, I can't. Like, I just can't.
it's gonna happen. Right?
But I think Mortal Kombat also fits into the same vein as the Yakuza, where it's like, it's so dumb.
Yes.
But it takes itself like, yeah, no, this is serious. All these ninja
it's serious.
crimes mean
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking bring it on. Bring
Can
on
I-
Shaggy.
I actually have bad experiences with Mortal Kombat because my first proper experience with Mortal Kombat was my mum bought this like arcade like plug into the TV thing. No, actually no, it wasn't. It was a 5-in-1 PS1 game. And my mum was like, "Oh, I just played Mortal Kombat with Dad back in the day." She's like, "Okay, just just chuck it on." And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat it easily." Honest to God, she was such a spamming button. She literally whooped my ass. First and last time I played that game on PS1.
You can lose to a button mash quite easily.
Oh, literally, that's
you're bad
the
at playing
worst
it.
thing.
Yeah, like if you're like mediocre where you can figure out like some moves and stuff
That's
like
what I mean,
that, you will lose to a button mash.
Oh,
But then
if-
you will lose to a pro.
Yeah.
If you're like an average player, yeah, you'll
So
like.
technically, you're the worst out of the lot. You're the worst player.
Even then, though, like games like Street Fighter, even if you know how to block,
Yeah.
there was that guy that I beat my mate, and he literally like, and you know who I'm speaking about,
I know
Beck.
who you're speaking about, yeah.
I beat my mate, and he like played hours and hours, and like knew like every move and like how to block. I spammed LB on the Xbox, and I beat him, and I made him sell that game. Like, literally, I picked one move, and I just timed it so like perfect each time that he couldn't do like literally nothing. Couldn't do
Right.
nothing.
Before we move on, can I just touch on something in
Yes.
terms of like new releases? So
Sure.
I was going to check Steam for new releases, right? And then this is this is what I about, right? It is mostly porn, like it's mostly like soft porn.
Okay.
So
You know about the dating games and stuff, yeah?
Like in January alone, release dates January, there are 54 games being released that had the sexual content tag. 54 in January, right? Don't get me wrong, some of them were like serious-ish games that probably had some sexual content, right?
Yeah.
But there was an equal amount of just softcore games that did not have the tag. Right? There's so many softcore games, right? So here's one, right? For 51 of your finest pennies, right, you can buy a game called Boy Teen Dream, right? So in this game, your objective is to sneak up on women in like a communal shower and steal their bikinis. So what I want you to think of is the Slender Man. So every time you collect the page, the Slender Man starts coming after you faster, harder.
Right.
Every bikini you steal, more women chase after you, so the harder it gets. And you're in this just massive communal shower changing room thing. Right? So this is the quote from the fucking page. In the game, you need to take bikini off the girls and run away. If a girl catches you up, she will take a bikini and the score will not count and you will stand. Your task is to collect more points. That is the description for this game. Like, don't get me wrong, I used to love Steam. At the moment, like, I didn't mind so much they were just allowing anything. But now it's like full force. It is awful.
I was like behind Steam ages ago when they were like, we're gonna just fucking let anything go on the platform.
Yeah.
I realize that's a mistake now.
It was a mistake. Like now, like at first, I was just like, yeah,
fuck it, who
I
cares?
can buy fucking games with big anime titties on them, no problem.
But why would you buy a fucking porn game? Like, why? Like, you have the
it's
internet, you
interactive,
have
bro.
Steam.
It's interactive.
That's
Tried it.
that's the thing though. Like the more this goes on, the more Steam loses credibility, and then it ends up becoming its like own enemy, like the Google Play Store. Which
Yeah.
like Google Play when it first came out, it's like, oh my god, all these good apps. But then like you type in a certain thing now, and it's literally like it's just like the keywords you used plus free, and it's, you know that the app is just going to be pure shit.
Yes.
Like even if it costs money, it's just going to be like a pure scam. There's going to be like malware in there somewhere or some shit. It's just nah.
So the Epic Games Store,
Yeah.
rivaling obviously the Steam Store now,
Yeah.
they offer a free game every 2 weeks as well, and I believe they're giving game developers a much
Isn't a
larger
fee-
cut
Yeah. Better cut.
Yeah.
of the profits.
Almost
So,
double, I think.
which is like, this is great because if we have competition, they're gonna try
Then
and one up each other
yeah.
to get
Yeah, yeah,
consumer
Steam will
best. So
shape up,
it'll-
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. The Epic Store only takes like 10-15%, but Steam takes 30%
Yeah.
of each sale.
Well, that's the thing. All these big companies like EA and stuff, when they have like a big massive monopoly over like the industry and the games. As soon as they get competitors who like out shithouse them or just like give a better deal, like that's what they need because they won't start changing shit. Like years ago when we had the online pass crap.
Oh yeah.
Like
The
I-
activation code, isn't it?
How? Who was the one that stood up in the end and like? And then everyone else sort of followed, and then that was
All I
sort
remember
of.
was I'm pretty sure EA started that shit.
Yeah, EA started it. They
EA
started it with
started
FIFA, didn't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was back in the days where you'd open the game and then you'd have a code that you'd have to enter just to be able to play.
I remember now because EA were pissed off because people were buying the sports titles
Secondhand.
and they second hand, but like they weren't making any money from it.
No, they don't. They don't make like nobody makes money from secondhand games apart from.
So they're losing a lot of profit because these games are getting sold cheap and then sold more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's just scummy.
Well, yeah, like in all fairness, I usually buy games new, but when I hit like financially like a worrying point, like, and I want to get a game, I'll get it second hand, and I should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a game recently which I've been like, I'm buying that new.
Yeah, like it's just, I didn't even buy Red Dead Redemption 2 new.
No.
Yo, fucking shoot me! They made fucking loads of money off that, right? I don't feel bad about it, but like, I went to the shops, and I don't know if I should say the shops, and also probably not. But it was like 50 quid.
Yeah, games fucking sucks.
My friend was just like, oh, I don't like it. He's not a massive gamer, in all fairness to him.
No.
But he's like, it's too much for me, so if you want, you can have it off me 30 quid. I was
Crazy.
like, deal, done. Loving it.
I mean, I would never pre-order a game anymore as well.
No.
No, yeah,
because-
I'm done with that shit.
Especially when they're like, oh, pre-order now for like this extra incentive, and it just makes it untrustworthy. Even
yeah.
like games I
Yeah.
like Mortal Kombat, I like pre-order now, and then you'll have fucking Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not nice. Like I don't think I've pre-ordered a game since Halo 4. I'm a big Halo fan, but Halo 4 slowly crushed me into not liking Halo, and then Halo 5 just finished me off. It was just awful.
And they're smart, these big companies now, because like companies like Amazon, like when they big game releases, like if you pre-order, like way before, like they'd post a day or two before. Now they sort of process your payment and stuff like the week before. So if the review comes out on the week and you think, oh, that game's shit, I'm gonna cancel the order, you can't.
Yeah, no.
So it's a lose-lose in that
Don't pre-order
sense.
things. Don't
Yeah,
pre-order-
exactly.
don't pre-order things.
And it's a big scam as well because people are like, oh, pre-order, you miss out. Like there's very rarely a time, like recently, besides like maybe a couple of Nintendo Switch games where you won't be able to actually get them in a shop.
Yeah.
I think what was the most recent one with Nintendo Switch? It was like Pokemon or something, or like it was something. No, Smash Bros. Like you couldn't buy Smash Bros anyway. They'd sold out of Smash Bros.
Shit.
And like that is a game where you sort of you'd pre-order anyway, but like
Yeah, but you know what you're gonna get with that though.
yeah.
I mean, you know
I
what
think
you're gonna get.
I think that's the thing. Back in the day, they used to fearmonger you in the fact that you think, oh, if I don't pre-order this game and I want it on a week, I'm gonna miss out and not be able to get it.
Yeah.
But then you get it, and then they'd have like hundreds of copies left over, and you think, wait.
Nintendo are killing it. Like low key, you don't hear much about it. I don't find you hear much about it, like sales wise. But like,
Yeah.
every
Oh,
time they just fucking killing it.
Did you know? I found out an interesting fact last night about like on the eShop for Nintendo, the games are just as expensive as the digital games now are just as expensive as the shop.
Oh, they're
But
more expensive.
like IRL, sorry, or even more expensive. And the reason is Nintendo realized that most of their advertisements come from companies like Amazon, GameStop, like Game in the UK, like wherever. I don't even know what game companies, but anyway, basically like companies like even such as like Asda's and Tesco's, like all these low down companies, and that advertisement helps them sell games,
Yeah.
like accessories, and all that shit. Like.
Yeah.
So just with Nintendo, because I got like the sale charts for the week here. So Nintendo have 3 of their games in the chart. One of them is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, obviously the Switch game, and that game's like 2 years old, and that's been in the charts.
What is
Yeah.
that like? How is that a thing? That just goes to prove my point.
Like the other game that's in there is Smash Bros Ultimate, and the final one is the new Super Mario Bros U Deluxe version 2.6, fucking blah, blah blah. But those 3 games, they're just gonna stay there forever.
Yeah.
Like how
Yeah.
long is fucking Breath of the Wild in like the top of fucking everything?
Yeah. Oh, I like.
Do you want to know why though? I think it's because like I played a lot of these games myself, and like you play them, and it's like there's literally next to no bugs in them, or like big
Yeah.
game breaking
They
glitches.
have a lot of replayability as well.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
Breath of the Wild
and
was fucking amazing. Like, what I don't know. It's just there's no extra incentive. Like they had DLC for it, but I didn't even mind buying it.
Yeah.
yeah,
It didn't seem like it was really forced on me either.
Yeah.
Like
still
I hate
on
when
the
you
Switch.
go into a like the FIFA main menu and stuff, and there's like options there, like buy shit.
Yeah.
Like the UFC games, like just
Literally
buy
that.
things.
Yeah.
It's like, just calm down.
it's
so
like
annoying.
you've just bought this experience. Now you can buy more. It's like, wait, am I really getting a full game here, or am I just getting like a 10% fucking?
So looking in the charts as well.
What chart is how? What is the time frame for this chart, by the way? Is this January?
In January.
January.
2019.
So there's, like I said, there's 3 Nintendo exclusives, and looking at the rest, there's like 1 PS4 exclusive, and that's it.
Yeah.
So like the best exclusive right now, selling wise, on the Nintendo console.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
the fact that those top 3 games are multi-platform,
Yeah.
and the new Super Smash Bros. Nintendo
Yeah,
only,
one
and it's that
platform,
far
yeah.
up. Like that's
Yeah.
quite
Like
impressive.
the Mario Bros game is 4th, so it's
Yeah.
just even above FIFA. That is.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Read
crazy.
that out. Read the chart.
So we got number 1, Resident Evil 2,
Understand.
cracking game.
Yeah.
Number 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, which
That's
is
still selling well.
that's going to sell well. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which is number 3, which I didn't know would still be there. So number 4, as I mentioned, is the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe
Oh
game.
my god.
Number 5 is FIFA. Number 6, Ace Combat, hooray.
Okay.
Number 7, Smash Bros, hooray.
Okay.
Number 8, Mario Kart, hooray. Number 9, Grand Theft Auto 5.
What?
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto.
That's still selling?
Yeah. I mean,
How long? That came out on the fucking 360, didn't it?
yeah, you could
That-
do Grand Theft Auto 5 now. I'd still have fun with it.
Oh,
Do you know why Grand Theft Auto is still selling now? Because that is an example of a game that they haven't just left. Like, look how many times we've gone like back to that game. Although like the multiplayer loading times are the biggest like
Yeah.
problem with that game, but look how many like fun updates. And I'm not talking like just like game modes. Like I'm talking like actual big chunk of updates that come out that are free.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
literally
yeah.
free. So
Like-
like you get an online experience after that you buy the game that's forever changing.
I messed up with Grand Theft Auto though because I bought it on the 360, and then I got an Xbox One and I wanted to play it again.
Yeah.
So I bought it on the Xbox One, and then I stopped playing Xbox One because there's nothing on it.
Yep.
And then I bought a good PC. Like I bought like a bunch of shit. My brother put it together because he works with computers and stuff. So I bought a decent gaming rig, and then like a couple months later, one of my friends was like, "Oh, do you want to play Grand Theft Auto?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll load it up on the Xbox now." He's like, "Oh no, I haven't got an Xbox." He's like, "What do you want to play on then?" PC.
Yeah.
So I bought it on Xbox 360, Xbox One, and and a PC.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But the main reason I don't play online on that for long at all is
Loading.
because of the loading screens.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Even
You do a race and then you're in a fucking loading screen for like 5 minutes.
Is it?
I
It's like
honest
5
to
minutes
God,
to load in before you get another one. It's just ridiculous.
I could honestly say that if that game never had the loading screens that it did, it would be like one of the best multiplayer
playing it
games
now.
to play online
Yeah, I'd be playing it now. 100%.
because it is so fun. If it was like sort of seamless,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's like you will wait. Like the matchmaking is really bad. Even with the loading screens, the matchmaking to find games, like you have to drive to certain points,
Yeah.
and like it's just
Matchmaking was a bit like ridiculous.
it's a massive clusterfuck.
Yeah, and it just don't get me wrong, it's a big game, and to put
I
it
think
online, it's going to be difficult. So I have the understanding, like I respect that, but it was just too much. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So finally, number 10 on the list is Crash Bandicoot, the insane trilogy.
I'm kind of surprised Spyro isn't on that list
Why?
because Spyro is awesome. My brother and his girlfriend have been playing this.
I think Spyro is always less popular than Crash Bandicoot,
yeah.
though.
Honestly, I've been watching them play it. It looks
fine.
awesome.
Yeah,
Like I played the first one. My friend who lives across the street from me, like, he had that. I didn't. And we honestly played the shit out of it. And I was watching them play the remaster on the Xbox, and
It's so
honestly,
fun.
It looks awesome.
me and my childhood friend, we played one of the original Spyros on the PlayStation 1. It was the one where you could go skateboarding and you had tiger friends and stuff like that. And we took it level by level, life by life, and like we 100%ed that game. As in, we beat the game, then we went back through all the levels and collected every
all
single
gems
gem.
and all,
Gems, yeah.
Went to the final area that opened up. We collected all the gems there. We're like, oh fuck yeah, this is gonna be something awesome now.
Yeah.
And, like, the end of that game, when you like 100% it, we spent like hours and hours, and like every day after school, just working on it. There's a cutscene, and we're like, oh shit, something's gonna go down. Spyro walks up to a big dragon, and the big dragon nods, and that's fucking it. So we broke the fucking disc in half. Walked up. I have a bridge near me, a huge viaduct. And we threw one side of the disc off one side of the bridge, and one side off the other, because we were so fucking pissed off. We didn't talk to each other for a week.
That's a bit like Super Mario 64, though. Like,
that's the worst.
You have like a little conversation. That's it.
Thing is, with Spyro, I was running around collecting gems, and I was bored. When I'm collecting all the stars in Mario, I'm like, this is brill.
I guess. All right, but it's still the result is still similar though. Yeah. Like it all leads to nothing.
What game has ever been like, oh, you've 100% me? What has there any game ever given you such a fucking reward?
I know they need to give you like some sort of super suit. Be like, oh, there's an enemy, but I'm gonna turn into fucking dust.
I feel. I gotta be honest. When I did 100% God of War, I did feel
empty.
Like pretty fucking.
Yeah.
Bye. Don't do it, man. It's not worth it.
I did feel fucking awesome. I felt amazing. This isn't mine. This is his. But
my axe.
Like I felt like this. Like I could just fucking
survive. I have no idea what's going on by the way right now.
You'll see.
But it sounds really sexual.
I felt amazing. That's all. Basically, Jamie, because you can't see us right now. Aaron's lovely girlfriend bought him the Kratos axe.
The Leviathan.
Nice.
It's awesome.
There is one game I think rewarded the player enough for 100% in the game, or at least going through the game a few times. Resident Evil 4. If you kept beating it, it would give you something new.
Really?
Each time you could do a new game plus, and in the end, you unlock. Also, you play as Leon throughout the game. You unlock like a mafia suit. And it gives you a Tommy gun
no way.
with infinite ammo.
That's awesome.
And it's hilarious.
That's the whole Resident Evil 5 like story as well, because you can play that game so many times, and there's a point where you unlock every like gun with unlimited ammo, which helps so much, by the way.
Yeah.
But it takes it to that next level, which you can have an RPG at like unlimited ammo. And you literally just destroy everyone in your sight.
That's a funny story. Like me and Jamie actually played through Resident Evil 5 together. Like I had never played it before, but Jamie had. And
previously, I beat it like 3 or 4 times to unlock the unlimited RPG.
So we had the unlimited RPG, right? And then we get to a boss area, and Jamie go, "Oh, here we go, boss area." So I'm just like, "Fucking let's do this!"
We try and normally when we
kills it, and I was just like, "Well,
yeah."
The inventory on that game was fucked.
Oh yeah.
You had what, 9 spaces?
Yeah.
Oh, on Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, but you
it
were
was
in a
so
place
bad.
where, like, say for example, you could be holding like well over 1,000 rounds of rocket launcher, and that would take up the same space as 9 eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the egg glitch with gold, wasn't it? Wasn't it like when the game first came out? There's a way to collect chicken eggs and somehow make like unlimited gold.
Duplicate and stuff, I think.
It was duplication glitch. But that game, like, I didn't mind Resident Evil 5. Then Resident Evil 6 is this whole like fucking Michael Bay Transformers fucking.
Yeah.
I remember me and Baz played it for like 3 hours once, and I was like, well, we've literally had about 5 minutes gameplay and about 2 hours 50 minutes of a fucking movie, like.
Anyway, I think we should talk about our hot topic of the day.
Yes. Touch on the news. So, there's actually a few things, but the hot topic I really want to talk about is Belgium fucking stepping up.
Just Belgium.
Buffing their fucking chest and going, you know what, FIFA? Fuck you guys.
Ooh,
fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you. As of not so long ago, I only found out a couple of hours ago, but basically, Belgium have said like these FIFA points, these Ultimate Team packs is illegal gambling. No longer.
Yes.
They've cut it out.
It
So
is indeed gambling.
in Belgium, there's a little list I've got. Star Wars Battlefront 2, Overwatch, FIFA 18 obviously, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. They can't sell loot boxes, card packs, anything like that in Belgium anymore because they class it as illegal gambling, you know, gambling for kids and shit like that. That's fair enough. But EA being EA, they wouldn't, at first, back in October, they were like, yeah, nah, we ain't having this. So they decided to take it to court, and then it was like really quiet for a couple of months. And then I found out mere hours before this podcast that they have finally backed down and they are no longer allowed to sell FIFA points in Belgium.
So
Good.
EA has the audacity to say to their Belgium fan base for FIFA, we apologize to our players in Belgium for any inconvenience caused by this change. Why
They're not sorry.
could they not find a way to give these players the stuff they're looking for in a different manner?
Yeah.
Like, if they're sorry, why not sort it out in the game?
What are they sorry for? Like, sorry you can't spend more money on the game?
Like,
Yeah.
I got a quote here. It says, EA says that its goal is to provide players with choice, fairness, value, and fun. And like,
That's bullshit.
but that's just it's just fucking gambling. Like,
It is
have you seen the percentage rates of like
Yeah.
the good drops in those
Less
packs?
than 1%.
Dude,
It says the rate is less than 1%. This could be fucking
Yeah,
0.00001.
It doesn't specify how much less than 1% it is.
No, it just says
Yeah.
less.
It's ridiculous. But anyway, pass the question off. Do you think this is a move in the right direction or not?
Oh, 100%. Because we need to get rid of these fucking games that just like, especially with kids, like Fortnite and stuff, where
Yeah.
they just milk like money. And like going back to like FIFA, like that's one of literally like not just like FIFA doesn't just earn much. Like it's literally one of EA's biggest earners. It brings in like billions.
Yeah,
Like
that like if last year with the amount of failures they had, EA now,
Yeah.
the fact that they still made loads of money, the majority of that came from EA
FIFA.
Ultimate Team packs, like
yeah,
FIFA, FIFA.
it's
And
because
that says
I
all.
So they a lot of people think just cosmetic packs would be fine.
Yeah.
So they EA got word of this and they understood that people maybe just wanted cosmetic things,
Yeah.
but they countered that by saying in the Battlefront games that no, we can't have cosmetic things in this because it would ruin the sort of the uniqueness of the brand, or like they wouldn't be true to the source material. So, and they gave an example of, oh, could you imagine a pink Darth Vader?
I would love that.
No, so even better. So like, but after that, they started selling cosmetic items as well as the original.
Yeah.
But even better after that, as a big fuck you, people modded in a pink Darth Vader into the game. Because, yeah, why the fuck would you not?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, so here's my, obviously with these podcasts, microtransactions are probably going to come up quite often. So
all the time.
me and Jamie had a bit of a disagreement on microtransactions the other day. But basically, where I stand on it, like full priced games, and I'm talking like the full 45, 50 quid or $60, whatever. I don't think, personally, there should be any microtransactions in those games at all. Because everything
100%, yeah.
that is in that game, you should be able to unlock. So I'll throw it back to, I was telling Aaron this earlier, I throw it back to Halo 3. On the multiplayer, for example, it's a full price game, but on the multiplayer, you'd be able to unlock new armor, and obviously the better the armor, the harder it was to unlock. But there was no way you could buy this armor. You
Yeah,
have to do in-game challenges.
Just
that
playtime,
got,
wasn't it?
Like super hard, like super easy to super hard. So when you get like the super hard challenges and you get that armor, it's sort of like a mark of honor. It's like shit. Like that guy's done that challenge. Like how the fuck did he do
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
But nowadays, like example Fortnite or whatever Jamie was on about. I know that's a free to play game, but still, if you see someone walking around with this cool suit of armor, you know they just fucking got the credit.
It's just
out there.
yeah, they just got more.
But where I stand on free to play games, Jamie made a point that obviously if you spend money on a free to play game, it's no longer a free experience. That's true, but still anyone can pick it up for free. But here's the thing: if I don't mind microtransactions in a free to play game, because, for example, I was saying this to Aaron again earlier. I could play League of Legends for me because I love League of Legends. I've been playing it for years and years and years, and obviously I wanted that game to keep going, so I didn't mind spending some money on it because otherwise, you know, they'd make no money. Blah 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 blah. They're their own island at the moment. They make so much money. But played Fortnite. I didn't like it. Didn't spend any money on it, and don't have to play it again. You know, I haven't wasted any money. It's like sort of the choice is in my hands whether to support that game or not.
I think the thing is for me is like I kind of thought this afterwards. Like I think the thing is like there are games out there that are free and you want to like help the developers and stuff and buy the in-game stuff. But I think when you think of it, like games like Fortnite you literally milk shitload like millions of kids for like these items and stuff. Like we saw like, and I'm the same. I complain about games that like cost money and then have microtransactions, but people on the free end of these free games are spending equally the same amount as these like some people spend on the games that cost money. So either way you look at it, it's sort of like a free experience, like that. Like it's like getting a car and saying, "Oh, the car's free," but then you think, "Wait, they got to put fucking petrol in, like insurance, and all that shit," and you think, is it actually really free, or is it? Do you know what I mean?
But
there's no right or wrong answer, but either way, you're spending money, and like you think
it comes back to the fact that like you can play these games for free.
Yeah.
Like you absolutely can.
But what's the one similarity between the games you've mentioned? Battlefront, FIFA, Fortnite,
microtransactions.
Not just that.
Microtransactions.
There's no end game.
There's no end game.
Oh no,
All
yeah.
these games.
There is. Challenger.
Turn the fucking yeah.
I have no idea what the
Challenger,
fuck you're talking about.
Challenger and like Master and Diamond are like the pro players. But I'm gold. So
But am I right in saying this, Beck? That I obviously I don't play much LoL myself, but there have been times where even people that are getting the free experience are pissed off with Riot because the game's sort of broken, but they're more focused on making skins and new champions and all this stuff.
There is a bit of bias. Sometimes when new patches come out, they'll make certain champions stronger, and then conveniently a new skin will come out for that champion, because a lot of people are going to be playing that guy now, that person, that champion, whatever, more because they're currently buffed in the current meta.
Yeah.
So obviously in pro play, a lot of people watch pro players on Twitch, and obviously they're going to be playing these powerful champions at the moment, and usually they're rocking like the new skin, and it's sort of there definitely is like an element of what's the word I'm looking for? Manipulation. Manipulation, yeah. Like there is definitely some manipulation there. But no, you are right. It's not perfect. Like League has implemented like this loot system now, where you can actually earn cosmetics for free now as well.
Good.
So they're making loads of money. But
also, like the main issue I have with loot boxes is we as adults playing games, if we don't want to support it, we just don't fucking buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
But the issue is like
kids.
Yeah, because Fortnite was free and was fucking, I guess, a meme.
Yeah.
More than anything for a while.
Yeah.
Basically,
it's not like a badly designed game or anything. I'm not saying it's a terrible game either. It's just
I didn't like it, but it's not. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so popular.
So, like the only issue I have is when it is targeted to more of an audience that doesn't have like the correct amount of understanding to like perceive what they actually buy.
Yeah.
So when you're offering up to kids, it is gambling for
Yeah,
kids.
100%. Like, there is definitely an element for these free-to-play games.
Even I still have an issue. Like, even if you can earn the currency to buy the loot boxes yourself in game, and you don't spend a thing, it's still invoking the same sort of pleasure that people get from gambling.
Oh, yeah.
From opening
Oh,
it.
100%,
Without a
yeah.
doubt.
So that's the issue with it.
Yeah.
And when they say like it's not gambling, they like I know Overwatch. You open some of the loot boxes and it's just fucking stickers in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, KSI did a video recently with FIFA, and it's like the first proper hate video they actually did, because for years he's like these FIFA streamers would, like, I'd noticed it myself, they'd stream opening the packs, but they'd never actually play the actual game.
Yeah.
And KSI admitted that the game's actually shit. He spent like £1,000. You got like a player that was like literally like worth nothing, and you'd think they just, like you said, with a less than 1%, they just been like pure cash grab, fucking money cows, and it's just sad.
Ultimately, I think the only route we can do or go for is like vote with your wallets.
Oh, 100%. Like, I do that now. Like, with Anthem, I'm really holding off on this.
Yeah,
Purely-
you just wait till it comes out.
Yeah, purely because it's EA. Like, I don't like EA.
Just don't support them.
I do not like EA, so I'm not gonna go out and buy that game until I know it is exactly what I want.
I don't think it's going to be I think for everything I see from Anthem, all the trailers, I understand what Anthem is.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah,
from start to finish, I could guess what that game is.
The problem is, the main problem is we're still talking about EA. Like, they've dropped Anthem, and everyone's talking about it, knowing it's EA, and that's another problem there. Like, they should be right now. I believe EA should be like down there. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, okay, EA's bringing out another game. Oh, okay.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But now everyone's right now is talking about Anthem, and like some people loving it, some people not liking it, some people are like mixed.
I
But
don't know how you can have like strong feelings about it.
Oh.
Like, I don't know how people have
you
looked
have
at that
no idea
and
how.
they're like,
but
yes, this looks like a good new game.
people, right? People. This is. I think I don't use Reddit, but I was watching my favorite YouTuber for news, Young Yeah, hit him up. I think it was a subreddit. I don't know what that is. But there's a Fallout 76 Reddit, right? And I'm not joking. There are hardcore people who support that game.
Good.
You talk
Yeah.
trash about that game, they go in on you.
Yeah, but that's like. Do you remember when you were a kid and like it was a new generation of consoles? Your parents would get you one,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
for example, if you happen to pick the console which ended up not being the most popular, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
you
no,
would
you'd
literally
fight.
twist your fabric
Yeah.
of reality until
Yeah, it used to happen.
you believed it yourself.
I-
that this was the best console.
Through school, I was an Xbox fanboy. Now,
Dude, that still happens now though. Like, it
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
affects like it did affect like our social situation in school. It was like the people played PS4
Yeah,
or PS3, sorry, and like the Xbox 360 people.
yeah, there was definitely like a console war going on back when we were in the late.
And it
90s.
was never like, oh, well, you've got like sort of Resistance, Fall of Man, that was a good game, or like Motorstorm.
Yeah.
Then there was never like, oh, like both sides being like, oh, well, you've got a good game, whatever. It was literally like pure hatred. Like,
No,
you
it-
play FIFA on the Xbox, fuck you.
What a
Even though
loser.
even though it was the same game.
Exactly, but now I'm older. Like when Xbox One came out in 2013, I had the day one edition. Like I was still an Xbox fanboy. I was just like, I believe in this shit. Like I spent 450 quid on it, something like that. It came with like 2 games.
Sick.
And like nothing has come out in it. Like Lara Croft, fair enough. I love Tomb Raider games. That's fair enough. But like apart from that, like
Halo, Gears of War, it's
PlayStation
just the same
has
stuff.
been shitting all over them. So I
Yeah.
bought a PlayStation, and I've had a PlayStation for less than a year, and I've played it more than the entire time I've had an Xbox.
Video games were a mistake. Video games were a mistake.
Yeah.
This
Speaking
entire thing
about-
is a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Speaking about
Why were you?
video games and game developers, I guess my whole news post this week would be about I don't know if you've seen about Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch.
Yes.
So basically,
Yes.
it's been in development for like they didn't say how long, but they basically said a couple of years, and they have now scrapped the development team of that game, and have gone with the original development team, which was Retro Studios.
Worked on
Now,
the
these
Prime
Retro
series.
Studios was the one that did the original Metroid Prime and the Metroid Prime trilogy and games like Donkey Kong Country series and stuff. But I think it's a big step for Nintendo to say that they've been working on this project for like a couple of years and they have literally scrapped every single thing because they wasn't happy with how the game was coming out.
Like, don't get me wrong, with the smaller company, you can't do that. You,
No,
you
Yeah.
can't
you
do
need
it.
the money.
Like, if it's shit, you're gonna have to.
You have to release it whether it's good or not.
You
Yeah,
have to release it.
But then again, it's not like Nintendo haven't released a shit Metroid game. Federation
exactly,
Force
yeah.
on the 3DS was a Metroid title, and it was wank.
was that done by Retro? That was probably like friggin' done by someone else. So was it? Was it
I'll
called?
quickly look it up. Metroid.
But yeah, they can do it. 'Cause they
Yeah,
got
it
money.
wasn't done by Retro Studios, which was the people that did the actual.
Next Level Games
Next Level
made
Games.
this.
5.9 out of 10 IGN.
But-
do we believe
It's
that?
like, it's like, yeah, I appreciate that they're gonna take this game back. I'm really looking forward to it because I really like the Metroid Prime games.
Yeah, there's
But-
something else they're really good.
There's no guarantee that they're gonna be like, hey, here it is, and it not be shit anyway. Because wouldn't that
Yeah.
be the worst if they were like,
Yeah,
oh man, this is fucking dreadful, and they took it, burnt it, and like brought out something else, and everyone was like, this is shit.
it's
Like,
what you
because
find
it's not
what you
just like,
find that
oh Nintendo, how you released a shit game? What are you like? It's oh Nintendo, I want to see what the original game was like.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah.
game comes out shit,
Yeah.
can't be
That-
like
that-
it mustn't like fucking work. It was like
that's
you like,
true,
put it
that's
in your
true.
Switch and it like just breaks.
that's the thing though. Like there was a post on Reddit about it. They're saying that if this game was like 2 years in development, there's a possibility there could be like refranchised as another game. And it sounds so silly, but
Yeah.
you know, which could even it could be a win-win for Nintendo basically. Like they could release like Metroid Prime 4 and it'd be like a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, which most of their first-party titles are when they actually try with them. And yeah, just they could release another game on the side. Like yeah,
Yeah, there's no doubt like some of the or a lot of the assets from that game already, or like what they've done, will be used or utilized.
oh yeah,
elsewhere.
100%. Yeah.
Like I imagine like a lot of the art, a lot of the design
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
going to be,
Yeah.
and even the story I imagine is going to be
They'll
solidified.
probably keep like the base plate and then
Yeah.
work from there, I imagine.
But yeah, see what happens when it comes out.
But it was just like sort of refreshing to see that game companies are actually doing that now because like no, like if it was EA, you'd be like fuck, this game's been broken and it's like it's supposed to be going gold next week. They'd be like
let's just,
fucking release it up, bitch.
Let's just not talk about Crackdown 3 then, if that's the case, because
Okay,
uh,
let's
Yeah.
not talk about
let's just
Crackdown 3.
never talk about
Let's
Crackdown.
not-
Well, we
let's not
can't talk about
Crackdown 3.
Crackdown because that might never be released anyway. So
Well,
what's the point?
At this point, it's been what, 5 years?
Yeah.
So, like they.
Oh no. We can't. Right. What we could do, we could give our prediction and then look back and laugh. I predict
Do-
that.
Well, hang on. It's due for release in February. Am I correct?
Yeah. So I predict that it'll be right. It'll be a good game, but it'll just be a basic Crackdown game, and you'll look back and think, why the fuck did it take 5 years to release this?
Yeah.
Right,
So.
controversial opinion.
Yeah.
Going back to Crackdown 1,
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
played it,
Yeah.
was it that good?
Yes. I thoroughly enjoyed Crackdown 1.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Like when you get the agility and the strength, and your guy gets fucking bigger.
So like I remember jumping around fucking building to building,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was cool seeing my fucking dude increasing like power, like strength, and I was like, yeah, but I'm using my new fucking speed power, my new jumping or like whatever power, just to get to the next one.
Yes.
I think
Video
what was so
games.
I mean, yeah, I guess video games.
But
You're right.
how old was I when this game came out?
2000s. Well, it would have been 2006, 7.
6. So I was what? 12 years ago. So I was
13 years ago
13.
now. Huh?
13. I was 13 when this game came out. So I would have fucking loved this when I was.
I have,
And
I
guess what?
think-
I did love it.
I have a
I
screenshot
think-
here of Crackdown. In this screenshot, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but that's a race. That's a race, like a challenge.
Yeah.
You gotta collect them all.
My bad.
in the
Well, you got to
time.
think though, when Crackdown come out, there wasn't another game like it on the Xbox platform, or even like
Yeah.
the PlayStation in general. So it was sort of like the super agent.
Yeah.
It was sort of a superhero,
It was
and
so
it felt like something new, didn't
yeah,
it?
it
I
was
guess at the
refreshing.
I guess at the time.
It was OTT,
it was
like
alright.
when you get your driving skill up and you get a Jeep and you press like B, it like the Jeep sucks into the wall. You can just drive up the side of a building.
Oh yeah, like
How was
honest
that
God,
not awesome?
Okay,
if you played it now, the
Be
game
like-
would be shit. It'd
yeah.
literally be like a fucking Liddle's fucking Saints Row. But
Oh yeah.
should
it-
B
it-
be a boost button or brake in your driving game?
Oh, neither. I use the left for brake
Okay,
and reverse. So
monster.
what was the question?
So, say you have a controller and
Yeah.
the B button. Do you use it for a boost or do you use it for brake?
The B button.
Yeah.
Well, I always use triggers, so it would be for a boost, yeah.
Maybe it's just 'cause I'm old.
Maybe it's 'cause
play
you're
I
old.
play old games.
like I
Then again, no.
Halo
Then again,
7.
a B button might be for a handbrake.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
depends.
no, A
It
is
depends on the
handbrake.
game.
A is
What's that?
handbrake.
A is go.
A is not go.
I've
Triggers.
I d-
Look, it's moved on since the old days, right? You're not playing fucking.
I think though I think
PlayStation 1.
I love the Xbox controller. I think it's one of the best
Well,
controllers
It is the best pad.
anyone have ever made.
It is the best pad.
Like if anyone says the PlayStation controller is better than the Xbox, just no. I'm sorry, but your opinion is wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean,
And that's
need-
one thing that I could solidly say. Like,
we need to get on to our final topic of the day and wrap this
Yes.
shit up.
yes,
So in my spare time, I browse the internet because
That's what you do.
porn.
I'm a lad,
You want
like.
to see the amount of tissues he's got down there? It's disgusting.
Yeah, everything upsets me. So I go on like 4chan, go on V on 4chan, look at all the video game news because I like to not take things too seriously. So I thought I'd find one random question or topic from V and put it open for discussion. So if you had to pick one to save and the other one gets deleted
So
forever.
Yeah.
one saved, one deleted forever.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
Um,
That was for me, not for you. I'm
you have a choice: Western or Eastern game design.
Oh, I know my answer already.
Go on then.
Well, I would say Eastern because of just I love Nintendo.
That's fair.
No, game design I'm talking about. So like, they don't have to like just be from the East. No, I mean,
Oh, like.
Oh, you
like
mean
style and-
location wise?
like the style, yeah. So I brought up an example here. So like the Elder Scrolls series versus the Final Fantasy series. One is definitely more.
Design wise, for sure, yeah, Eastern design is way prettier. It's more
Yeah.
mystical, it's more fantasy.
Yeah,
Where-
fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah, where Western tries to be a bit more realistic, I think.
Then you bring up with Western and Eastern horror games. One of those isn't a horror game. Western horror games don't exist. A Western horror game is shit like Resident Evil,
But
which is
then
like,
also,
hey, it's not a horror game if I have like 100 guns.
yeah, but
Wait. Isn't Resident Evil like an Eastern thing though?
I'd say design-wise, more Western.
design wise, it's more Western, sure.
Yeah, but,
But-
it's made by Eastern.
But
Oh,
you
I'm
say
confused.
that,
Sorry.
like Outlast is Western design, and that fucking again, like some of you might not find it scary. I do, right? That game's fucking terrifying.
I think the best way to explain it, Western games are good for stuff that seems more realistic. Eastern is stuff that's more like
even
like you
if
said,
it's-
like fantasy and
Yeah, but even if it's not meant to be a realistic game, like you had Skyrim, for example, they
Yeah.
still try and make like at least the human characters and the environment more realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, you've got like the Khajiits and all that stuff in the game, so obviously the realism goes out the window there. But
yeah.
in terms of like the surroundings and stuff like that, it's more realistic. Whereas in like an Eastern design, like you'll probably have the city fucking floating in the sky.
It's more like cartoony as well. I find like most
Yeah.
Eastern.
So I brought up something here that says like Western games often focus more on the power trip.
Yeah.
So they have stuff like where you are the fucking hero,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
are not just like, oh, I'm gonna try and overcome the odds. You're fucking either Master Chief or you're fucking
Yes.
Kratos,
Yes.
or you're a fucking monster who's gonna fucking. The enemy's afraid of you.
Yes.
Whereas
Yeah.
like Eastern game design doesn't show that, but here we have like Eastern game design having a better demonstration of like overcoming the odds.
Yeah.
So games such as Shadow of the Colossus, and Valkyria Chronicles is another one.
Sorry.
It's fine, don't worry. So it sort of comes down to which one of those games you enjoy more.
Oh, I like power trip when it comes to games.
I mean,
Just like beating the shit out of people.
I'd say most
Beating
people
shit on my meat.
Michael, does that make me like a narcissist? Is that the right word?
Nazi.
Narcissist?
What?
Nazi.
No.
Narcissist. Is that the right word for that?
Nazi.
No, narcissist.
Nazi,
This is the internet. I'll be crucified. They'll
Yeah,
find my
you'll be banned
address.
now. Well, I probably not, dude. Like, not from video games. You know, well, although if you do play GTA, you are like in America, you're like assumed as a killer. So
Yeah. Well,
So if you had to pick one, just Western or Eastern game design.
game design.
Design.
Eastern.
design,
Eastern. Definitely. Overall
Yeah.
games. West.
design Eastern, location West.
Just the game itself, I think I resonate better with Western.
Yeah.
Purely because I like gritty stuff. Like that's my jam.
I think a lot more Eastern games could be defined as art.
Yeah,
So like Shadow of the Colossus,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
definitely.
which is
More
definitely
artsy.
like an arty thing. Which one I'd rather play? None of them, because video games are a mistake,
Yes.
and I think
Oh,
that
100%.
that is pretty much all we have time
Like
for.
we have just
for this
wasted
entire
how
day.
long? An hour and a half. We have wasted an hour and a half talking about shit.
Do not play video games, otherwise you end up looking like us.
Don't play video games.
We am I looking like? I'm fucking sexy.
I'd say that. I can't even see you guys though.
I'm thick and creamy is what I am.
Thick.
Don't play video games.
Don't play video games. Just
And
go outside.
just subscribe to PewDiePie.
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
I'm stopping this now.
Don't stop it, please.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.